Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our usual Monday tier, the Purple Sector tier. And we're starting tonight off on a very low note, because we see Ralphie first out on track and only one out on track. At first, he will do one lap and then go in the pits, where we will have a moment of silence, because his mother sadly passed away yesterday. So that's, of course, really awful for him, and I think we all feel for him in our league. Such a good community, so a very nice gesture of everybody to pay the respects to Ralphie's mother. So we're gonna see him do one lap. He will then enter the pits, and we'll go with a 1 minute silence. And after that, Ralphie will go out again, and then we get underway as usual with qualifying of our 7th race in the Monday tier. So let's just wait a moment for him to get back into the pits and then pay our respects. So we will see him go into the pits now, and then have a 1 minute silence when he's in, and he will go out again. That would be the cue for everybody. So here we go. So, welcome into our new viewers. See the viewers go up a bit. We had 1 minute of silence for the passing of Ralphie's mother, and that was the cue. He's going out again, and now qualifying is underway. A really cool moment of the league, of the community, for the passing of his mother yesterday. So we started off on a really sad note, but now it's go time. And we are underway with qualifying in round 7 of our Purple Sector tier, where Mansnut Bob and Neil are the drivers leading the championship, really close together. Both took a few victories, and then you had last week it was FC Tenshide who surprisingly took the win of Neil in the last lap. Awesome race overall. And we have some kind words of Shippo, mainly of the GT tier, who offers his condolences and feels for Ralphie. And yeah, you're right, Shippo. Awesome how we can do this all together, and mostly when nobody knows each other in real life or haven't seen each other, but feels like this for each other. It's really cool. And it's great to be part of such an online community. So here we have Ralphie on his way. First hot lap of the day. Let's hop on board. And we're in Japan, really, we're going to the hard S section. When just a little mistake, just 20 centimeters, you see the rear of his car sliding out a bit and hitting the curb, also putting his car off. As I said, a really difficult section to get right, to nail it perfectly, because just 10-20 centimeters off line and you will be done there and you lose a lot of time. See an Alpine in front of him. Hopefully he gets out of the way. And we see a few retirees, but that means they got a Q ban. There are a few Q bans tonight. So now you can get a little bit of a tow down the back straight here. Going to the final chicane. Of course, an iconic corner where the likes of Ayrton Senna and Prost hit each other multiple times. And he starts off with a 28.7. Let's get quickly the map on so I can see where everybody is. Who's next? Man's Not Bob coming across the finish line. Half a second down on Ralphie. 29.2. Then we have Top Car Vlogger with a 29.8. Apeldoorn comes with a 28.9. Mufasa 36. Then we see next the Haas and the Ferrari going to the line. So that would be harsh. But I'm sticking with Lucky for now, and he's going across the line in 4th place, 29.5. So even with I thought a bit of wobble and sliding. Let's take up Charlie going to the last corner. Neil going up to 4th, and then Charlie in the other McLaren takes provisional pole for now with only 13 hundredths of a second, 13 thousandths of a second. Sorry, that's really close. And who's on track still? I think only Gavin Poynton. Last one on the flying lap. The rest already on an in lap or still in the pits waiting to go out. 4th gear for Gavin. I know he's driving without traction control, so want to minimize the wheel spin as much as you can. And there you have it, 7th place for him so far. Decent lap. I think we're gonna see everybody in now. Lucky recharging. Does he have enough fuel for another go? Neil driving slowly as well. But he's gonna go in, I guess, because he's deploying still batteries, so he isn't charged up. I see Denda now on his out lap, so let's pick him up. Maybe SCT is still, no, but he is charged, so he should probably go again. Let's wait and see. What I was trying to say, but then all the times came in. Ralphie, I thought he was a bit off in the first assist. You saw the car sliding multiple times, so even with that, he's putting himself in a good position. I think there's a lot of improvement to make for him through sector 1, through the assists. No, he's going in. So let's pick up Dan. Only one currently out, and he's starting his lap now. Switches to hot lap, applying the throttle, and here he's off. He's got the track all for himself. Going a bit wide there, compromising his exit. Looks a lot smoother than we saw at Ralphie's first sector. And I just missed the split time, so I don't know if he's up or not. There you have it, 32.8. Purple, it says on the minimap. It looked smooth, so that doesn't surprise me there. We see Mufasa again on an outlap, and then Brian. Just saying out loud to remember myself who to pick up next. And then to the spoon curves. Oh, really nice line. Looked good there also. Down the back straight. Not using overtake yet. So he's gone to sector 2. Also purple on my screen. And then uses overtake for the last bit. Perfectly timed with the battery, but it's only a 29.9, so the purple sectors were definitely not in there. 1.2 seconds behind Charlie and Ralphie, and right on the back of his teammate. Then we have Brian next in his hot lap. His first go, going really wide, also compromising his exit there a lot. Ooh, a big wobble of his front, steered in too much. Really cautious, and you can see he's probably driving on a controller because the steering input, the movements are really edgy. It's not so smooth as you can do on a steering wheel. Especially on a track as this, with a lot of smooth corners flowing into each other. You're in a big disadvantage when you're driving on a controller. And we have some Twente fans in the building. Natalie, welcome. Rooting for FC Tench today, our winner of last week. He got himself a new fan club by winning last week, I suppose. And of course it was an awesome drive of him last week, so that's cool. Always good to see some support outside of our own drivers. Brian going, Mufasa going in again. Now let's pick up FCT. His fan club is there, so here you have your driver. Let's see what he can do in his second try. He needs to improve a lot to get back up to the front and try to win again. We saw Den with a 13.1 here, and he's making him 12.8, so he's 3 seconds down on Den. It should allow him to go up into 7th place if he can make it stick through the last corners. Oh, it was a bit too soon with the steering, too early, and he goes in. He knows he effed it up, so maybe he can go out again if he's really fast. I hope for him the pit crew will do it for him. Let's pick up the next guys. Neil going to a hot lap now. Needs to improve by almost a second. Let's see if he can do it. Really close to Man's Not Bob. 1 place. And of course they are with the pair of them on top of the table at the moment. Flat out through the right-hander there. Real committed. Throwing it through the hairpin, going a bit wide on the exit, but yeah, there are 2 different lines there. You can go a bit deeper, take a wider line to keep more speed in the car, or you can take a tighter line for a better exit. Now we see his teammate up there giving him a little bit of a tow. Good work from the two McLarens. Let's see if it helps him. He's 5 tenths up, so it should probably mean he's going up a place on Mansell Bob. And if he gets the last chicane right, he can maybe take Apeldoorn for third. Let's see. Here we go to the line, and he goes even up. Wow, in first place with an awesome last sector there then. Really cool. Goes out of the way, I think, for his teammate Charlie there, yeah. Let's pick up Lucky. Where is he? No, he's in the... Ooh, a slide from Charlie. That ruins his lap already. Ooh, Lucky goes off. Just keeps it out of the wall. And there we see Lucky getting back on track. Luckily for the guys in the game, when there is a yellow, they don't have to lift. Of course, in the real life F1 world, when there is a yellow, then you need to get your foot off the throttle, so then your lap is also effed up. Charlie's still going for it. He's 7 tenths down, so he's not gonna make it. Let's check the mini map. Who's next? Or maybe stay with Ralphie here to see if he can get a real nice tribute to his mother and get it on pole. He needs to improve by over 2 tenths. I'm going to keep my eyes on the standings if anybody improves or not, so I can call them out, but let's stick with Ralphie for now. And I think no, he's not improving, so unfortunately that's still a good performance, third at the moment. We have Apeldoorn improving by a tenth at the moment. And he's 4 tenths up, so that means he's really close to taking pole here. He needs to make it stick through the chicane. Looked okay. Take a tight line, new and white here. It costs us a meter, and there you have it. He takes pole with 0.03 of a second of Neil. So real nice for him there, and it was the last one over the line because Neil's not gonna make it improvement. And he goes into the pits, so we have to wait till his car is all the way in. Let's check if I can get some information on the weather in the race. I'm waiting for Neil's car to be put to bed in the box. There we have it, qualifying over. So let's see if I can get a reply out of the guys on a weather update, if it's dry or maybe raining in the race, because it's Japan. There is a lot of rain over there. Let's quickly go through the order. Apeldoorn puts it on pole, our last season champion, finally up there again. Neil in second, good for him. When Mansell Bob is in fifth, Charlie in third, Ralphie, nice performance in fourth. Hopefully you can hold on in the race. Mufasa again strong, sixth. Lucky seventh. Top car Gavin Point and then Lange, White Elliott, Tenside, Hashnego, Brian, and all the rest have Cubans. So we see a Strikey in there. He's even the leader of the Wednesday tier, the faster guys. So you should be able to improve, to cut through the field. And there you have it, rain. Not surprisingly, but then is the question, is it raining the whole race? Is it raining a bit? How is the strategy now? Wet to dry I now get from Charlie. Thanks, mate. So that's interesting. So we're starting on a wet track with a bit of rain, and then halfway through the race it should dry up, and then we get a crossover to a dry track again. So that's an interesting element again today. We see a lot of with the changes we made to the dynamic weather settings. There has been a lot of rain in all the races. So everybody picked their setups and strategies. Here we go. Lights on. Off, and away we go. And who gets a better exit? Is it whoa, we see Charlie going around the outside with a blistering start. Apeldoorn going wide there, maybe picking up a track limit already. And we see yellows in the back. Perez taking it slowly. And we know he's not wanting to make a mess in this league when he's reserving. Always nice to see. I think everybody did come through the first sector cleanly. Big achievement in the rain here. We have again the yellow. I see Ashne Mufasa falling through the order. Again, first lap for him. But yeah, driving without assists. Neil and Apeldoorn side by side out of the hairpin. It's a drag race. Ooh, Apeldoorn, a bit of a wobble there. And slots him behind the Neil. Yeah, that's really difficult on a wet track. We see Ralphie going a bit wide there. Now having Lucky on his tail. Apeldoorn close to Neil. Maybe he can get back at him. And we also have a spin of Tom, I guess. He's all the way back there on his own. Mr. Bob taking a little of a look on Apeldoorn. Not intentionally, but sometimes you don't have a choice. Apeldoorn and Neil side by side again. Apeldoorn on the inside this time. Neil backing out. Smart thing to do there, because Apeldoorn had the inside and the corner. We see Master Bob sliding all the way onto the curb. And Charlie thinking, yeah, go on, fight a bit longer, because then I have a chance to drive away. But it's only 9/10 at the moment, so Apeldoorn. We see a lot of guys into the pits already. Aschnagel, Strikey, Langer, Tom. I think they all picked up damage then on the nose. And the top 4, 5 really close together in one shot. And I think we saw it for the last 2 races. We had Austria, where the top 5 battled for almost, what was it, like 40 laps. Until Messelbob finally pulled away. And last week it was a close battle all the way up to the finish line, where FCT took it in the last lap of Neil. Messelbob really close on Neil. Our 2 championship leaders. All goes okay for now. Ralphie still up there in 5th. Lucky again following the leaders. Really improving over the last few races. Difficult start for him in the F1 tier. He is really fast in our GT tier. But yesterday again a 2nd place. And being all the way up there in the standings. F1 was a bit harder for him so far. But he's slowly improving and getting back up to the front slightly more every week. So again in 6th now and still following the leaders. So good job. Gavin, good to see him up in 7th again. And we have a yellow. somewhere. Who is it? I think, oh no, it's Apeldoorn, who lost his car in the quick right-hander with a bit of a spin. I don't think I see damage, so that's a bit of good news for him. But of course, from second place now down in 10th. And of course, I can only watch it live, so sorry, no replays. I can't watch back what happened to him. Ralphie going wide there, maybe picking up track limit. Mansell Bob really close on Neil now. On the wet, are they gonna go for it? No. Neil defending pretty smoothly there, positioning his car quite good, so no chance for Mansell Bob to get past here. Let's see who's a bit in a fight. McCarthy Joe started all the way in the back, like 20th, and now he's up in 9th. Our reserve driver, that's cool. And we have again a spinner. Is it again Apeldoorn? No, then it should be Mufasa. No, also not, sorry, Mufasa, or maybe it was, but he's already going again. I thought I saw Red Bull here. I was talking about McCarthy Joe, a new reserve driver. Strikey. Oh, that's a cool place to overtake. Oh, not making it stick. Trying it up the inside of Dan. Yeah, there you have it. He started last and now in 9th. Pretty good first stint so far. Apeldoorn going a bit wide there. So Charlie made a bit of a mistake because Neil was now on his tail. 2 McLarens. And Charlie letting him in by. It looked like, oh, and Mansell Bob profiting of it. I think so. No, he couldn't make it stick. He was trying to dive on the inside of Charlie right away. Charlie letting Neil by. And Mansell Bob thought, this is my chance, I'm close enough. And I think he's now on the inside. Whoa. Real brave of Charlie to hold on to the outside here. And real sensible of Mansell Bob to just let him go in front. And to keep each other alive. That's what you want to see. And he's now on the inside again. But the battery of Charlie is fuller. So Charlie is back in front again. So we're now on lap 5. Neil takes the lead over his teammate Charlie, who just let him by. Mansell Bob really close on the back of Charlie. Ralphie still following behind the pair of them. So we have a McLaren Aston Martin battle going on. And maybe that's a bit of an omen for the F1 season of next year, when Adrian Newey gets into the Aston Martin team and goes to work on their car. And the McLaren being as good as it is now, maybe a sight we see more often next season, with the McLarens and Aston Martins up front. Lucky in the Williams still holding on in 5th. And I now see no more rain on track. And the track drying up really fast. So halfway through, I don't think so. I think we're going to see the first pit stops in a lap or two. I don't see any water on the track also. Still the lights flashing, but it's drying up already. Let's see, Mansell Bob still on the tail of Charlie. His battery now full. Deploying early. Both deploying. And then it's really, when you have no DRS yet, no, he's not making it again. I think he needs to be sensible here and try to keep as close as he can to force an error. Now there you have it. Oh, hitting each other slightly. Oh, and there Charlie goes. He catches Ralphie, goes in front also. Ooh, nice work of Charlie to catch his car there. There was contact, but it was all within the rules, I think. It's so difficult going side by side on a wet track through those corners, and they both try to give each other as much room as they can, and I thought it was all okay and within the limits. Of course, Charlie will feel a bit frustrated, but usually these guys know this kind of stuff can happen. And I see another yellow flag in sector 1. It's a Mercedes Perez. Spun, I guess. Yep, there you have it. Oh, you already tried the mediums, but it was too soon. And front wing damage, so he needs to go again. No, then you have, for the rest of the guys, no dry tires yet, because it's not gonna work. Let's see if there are more guys on the dry tires. And I think if you can hold out a bit longer, wait for the pit. You can put on some hard tires and go to the end. And we see in the back what happened there. Charlie got back in front. Mansell Bob is in. And Lucky and Charlie are back in front of Ralphie. So he made or a mistake, or Charlie just jumped in and Lucky got through 2. So Mansell Bob in. He's the first to gamble it. Strikey putting in another fast lap there. We know he's fast. He's the leader of the Wednesday tier, so that's no surprise. He already made an extra pit stop. Oh, and then you see the difficulty Mansell Bob is having to keep his car in a straight line. Let's go on board and see how difficult it really is for him. You see how he needs to be really careful, so I think it's still too early to go on, and that's gonna hurt him. Let's get back up front and see if Neil is going in already, or maybe. And we have a safety car, so that's the cue for everybody. That's just gonna hurt Mansell Bob. In the process, he's gonna lose maybe a lot of places. But he's 16 seconds behind FCT, so maybe they all have a free pit stop on him now. That's a real shame. Mufasa DNF'd. I see in the bottom of the screen, going out on the hard tire without the traction control, probably losing out the rear. And then we need to see a double stack. So Lucky, Ralphie, and maybe even Gavin. Perez picking up a drive-through penalty, not paying attention to his delta. Neil. And then Charlie, how much places is he gonna lose? And Perez, another drive-through. I think he picked up 2 drive-through penalties in the process. Charlie losing out to Lucky, Ralphie and Gavin Poynton. Apeldoorn now back up in 6th. But Gavin Poynton did go again to the intermediates. I think he forgot to switch his tire in the hut, and he needs to go again. Ouch. That's also, yeah. It's with league racing. Sometimes you have to switch it manually. Oh, Charlie Harris going off behind the safety car there, losing out the wing, so he needs to go in again. And again, Charlie with a bunch of bad luck. We saw him getting collected by Mufasa last week, ruining his race, and now he's spinning behind the safety car. What's gonna hurt him? Lucky going to the mediums. Can he hold on for the 20 laps? They're in there. Let's see, I don't know if he wants to. I can see messages on my screen. Maybe Mufasa wants to join in again. Now he retired, or maybe no, he already left the session, I think. So I'm gonna just send him an invite for being sure. But I saw him leaving the session already, so I don't think he's joining us today. So 8 laps of racing done. And right at the moment it was drying up, and everybody was slightly going from the wet to the dry tires. There came a safety car. Mansell Bob just pitted in front of all that, so he really lost out, but he's in 7th place, so the damage isn't that bad. Still close. Gavin Poynton not making a pit stop for dry tires yet. That's maybe he doesn't he doesn't know it's gonna rain again, but yeah, I think he should have gone in by now. And we only see Lucky on the mediums, and now Charlie also. Charlie spinning out behind the safety car, we just saw it, and now he needs to make another pit stop, get a new wing, because he rammed the wall there. Luckily for him it was only the wing and not a retirement. Strikey already up in 11th now. He was flying, so let's see if he can make it all the way up to 1st place in the remaining 18 laps we have. And I don't think safety car is gonna go in yet, because we have 3 back markers there, you can see on the mini map. So I think 1 more lap behind the safety car should be the cue for Gavin to go in and get some dry tires. Crossing the line now, no message, so indeed 1 more lap. Let's see if Gavin goes in or still continues, because next lap the safety car will definitely go in. And no, he's still continuing. See McCarthy Joe weaving excessively there. A lot of risk, because we already saw Charlie losing out. Thomas again in the pit, putting on new mediums. That's I think a smart move from him. 2 laps less, and when you're in last it's okay, you don't lose out on another place, and you have even fresher tires, so you would be able to catch up to the pack before they go. Let's see who did what from his starting position. Neil 1 place up, Lucky 5 places up, now in 2nd, Ralphie in 3rd, Gavin Poynton 5th, but yeah, still on the intermediate, so he needs to go in again. April Dorn, luckily for him, the safety car with the spin he had in the early stages, so he's back into the fight. McCarthy Joe all the way up from last place, a reserve driver, now in 6th. Mansell Bob is 7th, unlucky with the safety car moment. Then and top car 8th and 9th. FCT winner of last week, now in 10th. Strikey up in 11th, our Wednesday driver. White Elliott in 12th, Heschnagel in 13th. We usually see him next to Lucky, so let's wait and see if he gets up there, or if Lucky maybe makes a mistake and falls back, and we get a shot of them together again. Charlie back down in 14th after a spin behind the safety car. Iron Kid, Perez also spinning out behind with the early stop. Brian, Lange, Tom, Mufasa unfortunately out. So let's pick up the leader. Get this all off out of the way on the screen so we can see them. And I think there he goes in the middle of the last chicane. And that's a good jump on Lucky. 4 tenths, 5 tenths. Brian picking up a track limit behind the safety car restart there. Strikey making a move on to FCT. Neil holding on. Ralphie not making it unlucky. Gavin still on the intermediates. Let's see if they work out for him or if he's gonna lose out already. April Dorn and McCarthy Joe close together. Surely he isn't gonna make a move here. No, that's not a corner you wanna stick your nose next to somebody. And Lucky made an overtake on Neil, and I missed it. I'm sorry. I didn't think there was an opportunity to overtake here, but Lucky did. On his mediums, taking away the lead on Neil. And now he needs to make a big gap, because I think the last maybe 5 laps of this race, the Hearts are gonna go back, get him back. Are gonna go back on him on his medium, so he needs to get as far away as he can. Neil and Ralphie. Then we see April Dorn past Gavin Poynton. McCarthy Joe falling back down the order, side by side with Dan. A 4-way fight we're seeing here with Strikey already on the back of all of them. And now is where are you gonna go with all these cars next to each other? It all goes okay for now. No. Oh, and we see McCarthy Joe sliding a bit, hitting another car, and I think picking up front wing damage, going wide again there. And FCT needs to slam on the brakes to avoid him. I don't think he has front wing damage, because it looks all intact. Paul Dorn going over the track limit there. Lucky now 1.6 seconds away. Oh, and it's 1.1 again, so that was a bit weird. That's what you're gonna get when you have a different line through there. And we have yellows. I think it's FCT who we see losing a lot of places. Oh no, and McCarthy Joe it was also. Maybe they hit each other. And McCarthy Joe was in 6th and now right on the back of the field again. Perez. Tom picking up a 10-second penalty for ignoring yellow flags. But and McCarthy Joe leaving the session there, so that's not what we want in this league. And we noticed it. So he's gonna get a reprimand and the penalties for that, because now his car is driving on AI, and it can cause a lot of trouble in a lobby like this. Lucky slowly pulling away from the rest of the guys, and I said so earlier, he needs to, because yeah, he is on the mediums, the rest is on hards, so now his tires are better, but they have to go a long time. And they will make it to the end, but in the end the hards will be faster again. So he needs to step on it. We have GT fans rooting for Lucky here. Now 2 seconds away. Neil Ralphie on his back. Is Ralphie able to Panda is not in the F1 league. Panda is in our GT league. You have to get back here on a Sunday then we see the action of him. But I know you. You are him. So, gonna see 3 wide. Even more GT guys now. Boosted, welcome, Apex. Yeah, we have Lucky in the lead. Doing our GT guys proud. And even now, with the fighting going on in his rear, he has a 3-second lead. So it's looking all good for him now. But don't forget, he's on a medium tire and they have to go a long time. So they will make it to the end. But in the end, the hard tires will be much better of the guys behind him. So he's gonna struggle in the last few laps. So he needs to concentrate and pull away even more. But we know he can do that. So it's looking all good for him now. And indeed, Hash now in 9th, but he did climb 5 places. I thought I saw it, but the safety car restart, he was way further down the field. So there we have Ash up in 9th. Let's see the tires. There's 7 laps old now on Lucky's car, so we see a 4-way fight here. Oh, and I see bits of the car of Apeldoorn flying off. So he must have had a bit of contact with one of the Aston Martins. It was definitely Spinfasa again today. Such a shame. He's already out. Oh, and a big slide off it was. Mensnard Bob there. And Apeldoorn picked up wing damage. His end plate is off. But is it a big chunk or is it just a tiny part? No, obviously Strikey already on the back of him. Strikey, one of the fast Wednesday drivers, already up in 5th and only 6.3 seconds of the lead and with 12 laps to go. So he's gonna get up there as well, the William guys. Maybe in for 1-2 here. And then yeah, is he gonna take the points off Lucky or is he gonna play the team game and just follow him? But he needs to get up there first. Oh. Panda making jokes on Spinfasa. Oh, Strikey going wide there. I'm just saying he's fast and oh, and Apeldoorn needed to pit for the front wing and then speeds in the pit lane. And there you have his race done again. And the wing isn't repaired. Also a known glitch. You need to set it to yes. So, yeah. Apeldoorn's race done. Over and out. If Lucky wins, we party. Yeah, I'm all up for it, Chippo. Where are we gonna go? You need to tell me. I need to get on the boat already, I think. Because it definitely deserves a party. Stellar drive from him so far. We now have Ralphie overtaking Neil for 2nd place. So good to see Ralphie up in 2nd. We had a tribute for his mother in the qualifying. For the new guys who wasn't there yet, Ralphie's mother passed away yesterday, so we had a moment of silence for his mother, and now he's up in 2nd. So really strong drive with all that's going on in his life, still able to perform. Mansard Bob now overtaking Neil. Neil trying to look up the inside again, but does decide to hang back there. Strikey on the back of all of them. Going for a move on Neil. And Mansard Bob and Ralphie switching places there. I think Ralphie just let him go by. because Messerop is usually the faster of the two. Oh, now going wide, but not allowing Strikey to go through yet. I'm missing the intervals. There, you're lucky now with almost 6-second lead. Ooh, Ralphie on the inside of Messerop again there. Messerop having a slightly sad exit. You see Apeldoorn in again, getting rid of the 10-second penalty and probably repairing his wing now. But yeah, he's done. He's almost a lap down if he comes out the pits again. Ralphie now back in front of Messerop again. I was looking at the minimap, so I missed it. Maybe you can see could see it on screen. I didn't watch it, but I was following the pair of two. Oh, an FCT now out of the race, but that's maybe a connection issue because his car is still going. That's a shame. After his win of last week, Strikey now past Neil. And we see the gap from Lucky to those guys is now 5.5 seconds. Strikey slightly got hit by Ralphie there. It keeps the inside. Goes in front. Neil needs to lift. Otherwise he gets up at the back of Ralphie. Then now mixing in the fight also. And we see a big train in the back, Iron Kid, White Elliott, with Lange, FCT's car on AI, and Charlie moving up the field again, now back in 9th, after the restart and the damage he picked up after the behind the safety car. Top car driving all the way on his own in 7th. So back up this fight. Now Strikey. On the rear of Messerop. They've raced each other on Wednesday when Messerop reserved there, so you should know they're both fast. So let's see, Strikey deploying non-battery before and now opening all up, but Messerop just has enough. Oh, and we see a big dive around the outside from Strikey, and Bob closing the door on him there, and I think Strikey's wing end plate is off, so he's picking up damage in the fight here. But how much damage? And this is all helping Lucky to build a bigger gap in the front. Lucky on his medium tires, the only one with the safety car who made that call. The medium tires, everybody gets to the heart. A nice train, 2nd place. Bob, Strikey, Ralphie, Neil, then battling out for the podium. Apeldoorn now with the fastest lap in the back of the field. Ralphie, what's happening there? Not a good exit. Allowing Den to get next to him. Side by side. And Den goes around the outside and overtakes him. Let's see what Strikey does. He continues without the right hand side of his front wing. Lucky now goes past. Strikey. Lucky Strike. That's a good driver pairing. Lucky Strike. If Lucky wins, what do you want to go, Shippo? I can only see if Lucky wins, get the red panties on. And you need to drop a photo in the Discord then, of course. We want to see that. Shippo is getting the red panties on if Lucky wins. So now the question, how big is the damage on Strikey's car, and is he able to close the gap of 6 seconds up to Lucky? I don't think he's going to be able to do that. Lucky has a big enough of a gap. He needs a second a lap now. So we have Neil in 4th, then in 5th with Ralphie in 6th, Top Car still alone in 7th, Charlie back up to 8th, overtaking Aschnagel, our other GT driver, because we have all the GT drivers in the chat. Nice to see them supporting the F1 side of the league. Oh, we have a yellow flag. Who is it? Let's get going again already. Iron Kid, Lange and White Elliott battling there. White Elliott picking up damage, so going in. I saw his end plate off. FCT struggling with his connection, hopping in and out of the lobby. Tom up in 13th. Brian Geffen Poynton, he took a gamble with staying on the inters longer than everybody, didn't pay out for him. McCarthy Joe not with us anymore, he left, so he's gonna get a reprimand for that. Let's get back up to the front. Lucky now 5 seconds in front of Strikey. So yeah, that is a second a lap. So at this rate, Strikey will be in tension to catch Lucky for the end of this race. Mansell Bob still following. I said it, with Lucky going on the mediums after the safety car and the rest on the hards in the early stages. You see the tires here. Lucky will have an advantage, but now the last, I said it, so maybe 5 laps they're gonna drop off way more than the hards, and that's gonna give these guys an opportunity to get back up to him to close the gap. And it's going on a really strong rate here. I think it was a 1.5 seconds they caught him up now. Strikey did. And maybe Shippo now is rooting for Strikey to catch him, because he needs to get his panties on otherwise. So we have Lucky in first, 4.5 seconds on Strikey. 6 more laps to go. 5.5 laps to go. Then Mansell Bob with Neil right on his tail. Our 2 championship leaders, Mansell Bob in first, Neil in second in the championship. Close together again. Then still following in 5th, Ralphie now falling a little bit back in 6th. Top Car still in 7th, but Charlie closing in on him. Again, bad luck for Charlie Harris. It's a fast driver, but the amount of bad luck he's having this season, yeah, what can you do about it? Come on, Lucky. Everybody's rooting for you. Don't let us down. And take your first F1 win of the season. That should be nice. Nice shot of Lucky here, 4 seconds. So he only lost half a second this lap. So in that rate, he should be able to hold on. And then we're gonna see Shippo picking up a panty. That's gonna be fun. Maybe Mansell Bob can help Lucky by attacking Strikey still. Strikey picked up wing damage in the battle with Mansell Bob in the S's a few laps ago, but still continuing with that. You can see the right side of his front wing not there anymore. What's not affect him too much so far. Neil and then. I see Apeldoorn getting lapped by the pair of them. I think he's there, yeah. Or is he unlapping himself? Well, he get back onto the soft, so he's unlapping himself. That's, I think, it's annoying for the guys. Bob on the tail of Strikey. Battery drained. Bob, DRS and battery. Is he gonna go for it? No, he backs out. Wanted to go for the dive there, but Apeldoorn now all the way in front of these guys. Because you ghosted, you can do this. Unlap yourself, going through the pair of them. Neil and Ralphie. Lost out to then overtaking both of them on the last straight. And is now up in fourth. Strikey now 3.2 seconds behind Lucky. So he made up another second in the last 1.5 laps. But I think Lucky has enough. If he doesn't make any mistakes, not get nervous, just do the laps he's been doing the last 20 or maybe 15. Of course, after the safety car, you should be able to hold on. A yellow, was it on Perez or Brian? Just before the hairpin. Today is, there we have Bob now making an overtake, yep. And this is all helping Lucky in this race to victory. But it gets down to 2.5 seconds now. So if they're going to be able to get within DRS range before the last lap, we're in for a hell of a fight here. So it's not over yet. Yeah, Panda, you're right. It's almost as exciting as the GT tier. If you watched last week's race, Monday Silverstone, that was just as exciting until the final lap. That was really awesome. Also a 4-way fight for the win with a last lap overtake. And we saw it the week before in the GT tier, Pro tier, with the 4 guys up front. Also battling out till the very last for the win. Ralphie and Neil still really close. That's not a place you want to overtake. Ralphie with a lot of battery. Neil also. Is he going to make overtake here? Yeah, should probably wait till the straight with the DRS. But and now Neil is draining his battery already in this part. I would maybe just have let him go and then take the DRS and try it on the next straights. Let's see them in the back of the screen. There you have it. Ralphie going for the inside very early. Yeah, he's losing out, yeah, but that's the tire deficit. Lucky is on mediums and they are on hards. But I think he just have enough, because they need to be on him by the end of this lap, otherwise their chances are gone with the DRS. Lucky is smart. Yeah, I hope that have a lot of battery saved. He needs to save the battery, not use it until really necessary when the guys are really close. Tires 18 lap old mediums and 19 lap old hards. So the advantage is now on the hard tire in the later stages. That's what I expected. But he did pull a big enough gap, it looks like it. If he can keep without a second, he needs to overtake now to keep really smart here, the overtake, because then you keep without DRS range. Yeah, nice, smart move by Lucky there. And Strikey going for the overtake on Bob, and that means He's pulling away again. Lucky there. No, it's still a second. It's gonna be really close, guys, for the win here. But Strikey now, wow. All the way up his rear. But if Lucky saves his battery for the last straight, he should be able to keep it. Lucky needs to keep control his nerves now. Ooh, we have a yellow. Who's off? Apeldoorn. Team orders. William team orders, hold position. That should be a shame for Lucky to lose out on the last lap after such a strong performance. So when Strikey a better job on his battery. Lucky used a lot in the now. This is gonna be the drag race. This is gonna be it. Oh, and Strikey goes off. Ouch. No team orders here. Bum. And there is Strikey off. And Lucky goes for the win. But I don't think it's over yet, because maybe we will see something in the stewards room of this. And so we have Lucky over the finish in first, with Mansbrough in second, then in third. Ralphie, nice performance of him, fourth place after the sad passing of his mother yesterday. Neil in fifth, Charlie sixth. Nice recovery from him after the safety car crash. To see him back up a sixth, top car Vlogger, Hashnagel in eighth, Lange, Iron Kid, FCG, Tom, Gavin, Brian, White, Elliott, Perez and McCarthy. Joe not racing anymore, so yeah, we have some stewards in the chat. What do you think about that, guys? Are we gonna see something of that in the stewards room? Or is Lucky gonna keep his win? Sorry, I was just too late with muting myself for the sneeze. Ooh, yeah, what are we gonna say about that? Lucky wins. Lucky pulled the Handen. And then another GT driver in the chat. Apex, well done, Lucky. Yeah, he had the front, he had all the right to keep his corner. But it went so fast. We need to see some replays to make a decision on that. But yeah, if Strikey just hold that position, they had a Williams 1-2. But no team play there. And Lucky thought, no way, Renee. It's my first place. So again, Lucky first, Menzel Bob in second, Dan in third, Ralphie, strong performance in fourth, holding his car on track with all that's going on. Neil fifth, Charlie, top car, Hashnagel, Lange, Iron Kid up into 10th, FCT, Gavin Poynton, Tom, White Elliott, Brian, Perez, the last of the finishers, and the rest is DNF'd. So thank you guys for all watching again and bearing with me through another fascinating race, and we'll maybe see you Wednesday with our cooking tier at Imola. Good night, everybody.